Do or do not. There is no try. That's a quote from a small little green alien man who loves scrapping senior citizens. He's also wrong. The Destiny 2 developers definitely tried with this shit, but god damn they did not deliver a good experience here. These cryptic ass numbers mean almost nothing to me, and you know that's an issue when I've dumped 250 hours into the game over the past month to try and learn every single thing about it. So yeah, time to discuss why this completely fucking sucks, this also sucks, and why this sucks slightly less. Some of this, you know, does kind of make sense to me. But first, if you want to see Destiny videos that aren't just the usual, you know, what is Zer's inventory this week, the latest fucking Warlock build guide, then, you know, drop me a sub, because that's what I do every week. Well, kind of. Now, one of my biggest issues with this fuck off big number here, what does it mean? Genuinely, what the hell does this thing mean? Because it sure as hell doesn't take into account any of these stats here, right? It doesn't take in resilience, which is a damage reduction. It doesn't take in mobility. It doesn't take in strength. So what is it? Now, I guess most of you would say, oh, it's the accumulation of, you know, the stats of all your gear put into one digestible, easy to read number. But again, it isn't. Because here's the thing, right? As far as I can tell, this number completely ignores all your armor mods, all your weapon mods, all your weapon, you know, damage, range, upgrades, and, well, what the fuck is the point of having it if it's not going to reflect your actual abilities, right? It doesn't connote anything to the player, it's just a number, right? Now, I feel this is a pretty major issue because with stuff like, you know, Orbs of Power mods, this number doesn't really reflect, well, your power, because the Orbs of Power, you know, give you more power. But the thing is, there has to be a better way of displaying how powerful a character is to the player, right? I mean, you already have these graph things that show up sometimes. Why not make another graph instead of this number that will show, you know, your health points, your potential attack damage, your fucking orb of power damage multiplier thing, you know, stuff like that, right? I'm sure this wouldn't feel very Destiny, but I've seen other games do the same thing whilst also having this, you know, easy to read, doesn't make any fucking sense number. As an example, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis version 2, it's a long name, alright? Now, if you don't know, I'm obsessed with this game, alright? I'm not going to deny it, but they manage to do this. Now, I never thought I would speak positively about this game because it is a complete Genshin Impact gacha piece of crap, but they managed to get the power system pretty well, right? They have this, you know, same power number as Destiny, and it makes some sense, but also they have your health points and they have your PP, which does not stand for this. No. It's proton power, you know, like the mana in this game. And also on top of that, there's something called potency, which is like a percentage that basically shows you what your maximum crit rate is. And to quickly explain potency, let's say you have a potency of 150%, right? This pretty much means that your maximum crit rate damage would be 50% more than your, you know, normal damage. Which sounds pretty confusing, right? But it's somehow still way simpler than this, because this isn't explained at all anywhere, or as far as I can tell anyway. And the thing is, this could be implemented for, you know, the Orbs of Power system, right? You don't even need to get rid of this stupid ass number, just add an extra one beside it or something like that. Now, I get it, you could say that this is making everything even more complicated, but the issue of this number in the first place isn't that it's complicated, it's just brain dead, alright? Anyway, moving on. What is this? What does this mean? What the fuck are these numbers? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these? Now, I actually have slightly less of an issue with this panel here because, you know, some stuff here does make sense, right? Resilience tier 9, 27% damage reduction. Makes sense, makes perfect sense. Enemy hits you in the ass and you take 27% less penetration damage. Great, what the fuck did I say? But then there's other stats like recovery, which mean, well, nothing. Like, what the hell does recovery rate increase of 6% mean? To me, jack shit, because I have no idea what the hell the base recovery rate even is. Is it 0%? No, because that would make no sense. That would mean you have no recovery. Is it 1%? No, because for every tier, the percentage goes up, well, by 3%. So that's where I get annoyed, right? Because what is the base recovery? How long does it take for me to recover from 0 health to 100 health? Just Tell me. Because, for example, if it takes me like 10 seconds to go from 0 to 100, I am not upgrading it. If it takes me a minute, then sure, I'll put as many points as I can into it. But because I don't know, I've just left it at 28, and I can't be bothered doing anything with this stat, okay? Again, this seems like a minor nitpick, but could they not put more effort into this and that fuck off lore page? Like, come on, man. I don't give a fuck about the lore. Work on your game. And next up, the weapon stats, and I have no clue what they were smoking when they made this. See, the thing is, some of these stats are brilliant, amazing. Rounds per minute, 600. That is great, right? 600 rounds per minute, easy to understand, simple, basic, amazing. And then you have shit like range, 50. 50 what? Bananas? Like, what the fuck? What does this mean? Yards? What? And even worse than that, stability. What is this measuring? Genuinely, how are you measuring stability? How are you putting a number on that? Now, I understand that, you know, this is kind of like a ranking thing, right? You know, you rank the weapons, right? 100 stability means they are straight as all hell and fire in a straight line. 0 means they're all over the place, like every single auto rifle in the game. The thing is, I have zero trust with this measurement because I feel like they just, you know, spring up one of those random generator wheels, spin it, and go like, oh yeah, 68, that's the stability for this weapon now, amazing. Because I swear to you, weapons with the same stability, similar handling, and similar recoil direction will just act completely differently, right? And I understand that every weapon should be different and have their own, you know, defining characteristics, but submachine guns with similar stats will behave completely the opposite way to each other, which, look, it's like going to a Mackey's, ordering a chicken burger and getting a chicken burger, but then you go to another Mackey's, you order the same chicken burger and you get the fucking cum special, right? It's just wrong. And it feels wrong. Oh, and don't even get me started on some weapon perks like One Quiet Moment and Nadir Focus. They are just... Look, the perks themselves are brilliant, but holy crap, the game doesn't even bother attempting to measure how they impact gameplay. Now, I understand this video seems a little bit nitpicky, but I don't know, I just feel like really unsatisfied with the way this whole system is, well, laid out. It's like they just dipped their toes into the pool and were like, yeah, this is kind of shit, but we'll leave it here for, you know, 2 games now. I mean, look, it's just, there's just so much annoying stuff that comes from this stupid system because you can't even calculate DPS properly. Like in COD, right, you have the damage and the rounds per second, right? And you just multiply them together, blah, 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 you get your DPS. Here, I don't even think you can do that because your impact does not equate to your damage as far as I can tell, and... I mean, was it really that hard to just dunk a damage counter in the fucking weapon stats? I don't think so, right? But hell, I might just be retarded for all I know, right? Yeah, oh, fuck, who knows, man. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you know, do the usual and subscribe. Bye-bye. I will see you in the next one. Brofest, yay.
So I just saw something moving in my refrigerator that shouldn't be. Hold on, there it is. So it's moving right there. I seen it. Hold on. You know what it might be? It might just be like one of these kind of just shifted and moved. But I could have swore I saw something moving. Yeah, no, I don't see anything else. I'm looking in the reflection too. I don't see anything. Now, what was that?